Palantir on track to close lower for the sixth consecutive session and has been the worst performer in the S&P 500 this week. It's down more than 15% over the past 5 days. For more, we're bringing in Louie DiPalma, research analyst of industrials at William Blair. Louie, it is great to see you. So let's talk about Palantir. Under some pressure again here today, Louie. I mean, obviously we should note tech broadly is lagging here. It's not just Palantir, but there have been skeptics, Louie, who come on my show. They say, listen, they like the company, they like the tech. They don't love the valuation. Walk me through what you think's going on here. What do you make of the recent price action in Palantir?
Definitely, and thanks for having me on the show. So looking at Palantir from the big picture, they just posted one of the greatest quarters financially of all time, in that their quarter was a rule of 92, in that they had 46% revenue growth and a 46% adjusted operating margin. And both of those figures are amongst the highest in all of software. So why is the stock getting pummeled? It's because investors are sniffing of any sign of weakness because the company trades at such a high valuation associated with that rule of 92 score. It's by far the most highly valued name in all of software. And the different data points of weakness that have come out recently are that OpenAI is aggressively pursuing enterprise AI projects, and that is the domain of Palantir. Also, that there's an AI talent war, and OpenAI is aggressively hiring from Palantir. And also, Databricks yesterday announced that it raised funding at a $100 billion plus valuation, and they're also considered a competitor. So those three data points have contributed to the sell-off over the past week.
And I know, Louie, you still remain, I believe, market perform. So you remained on the sidelines here. What would it take, Louie, to get you more bullish on Palantir?
Yeah, if Palantir fell by 30 or 40%, then the valuation would definitely be more appealing. The major bear argument for Palantir is just valuation. As I said before, the financials that it's posting are amongst the greatest of all time of any company in software. The question investors will be asking is, over the next several quarters, will Palantir become a rule of 100 company? So normally in software, the bar is set at rule of 40 in terms of adding the revenue growth and margin profile. But Palantir is literally in unprecedented type conversations because it has such pricing power for its government contracts and its commercial contracts.
It's interesting, Louie, because we had Brent Bracelin on the show. And you know Brent, he's been doing this a long time like yourself, smart guy. He initiated Palantir to outperform. So he was telling his clients to buy. On that valuation question, Louie, Brent told me, he said, listen, I concede it is a richly valued company. He also argued to me though, Louie, he said, listen, I'm outperformed because I think this is a one of a kind, in his words, growth and margin model. What do you make of that?
No, he's right. It's just the fact that Palantir is vulnerable, just like it's declined by, I think, 22% over the past 6 sessions. And between, I believe it was February and March, the stock declined by 45% without any specific news. There are, investors that are going to nitpick here because it's priced to perfection. And so Palantir could easily go down to $100 and it still would be richly valued. If you're going to look at Palantir with a 5-year time horizon, it makes sense to envision that OpenAI is going to become a more formidable competitor, and Anthropic and Databricks, in that they're raising funding, they're hiring talent from Palantir. They are tremendously innovative companies. So Palantir's market dominance may not last. I saw in the previews that you guys are going to have Tristan Thompson on Yahoo Finance on Friday, and he was part of the Cleveland Cavaliers 2016 championship team with LeBron James. And LeBron James, similar to Palantir, you could say is the greatest of all time in 2016. But now, you would point to maybe Giannis Antetokounmpo, or you could point to Steph Curry. And so at some point in the near future, Palantir may be hitting its ceiling in terms of the valuation multiple. And then, as a function of, where is the multiple going to stabilize?
I love the NBA comparisons, Louie. You can say that on the show anytime. Appreciate it. Let me get you a broader question, Louie, because at the top I mentioned, listen, it's not just Palantir. There's broader pressure on tech, Louie. I'm just curious to get your take on that, what you make of it. I mean, we're trying to figure out, Louie, as investors, is that just this kind of late summer thin trading hiccup, Louie, or no, are we seeing the start of something more meaningful here that we need to be paying attention to?
Yeah, there are different levels of quality within tech. I cover defense tech, and as part of that coverage is Palantir. And, we cover other companies that have a premium valuation, such as Karman Space and Defense, which is a merchant supplier to drones, missiles, and missile defense industry. I cover AeroVironment, which is a really high quality drone company with a $1 billion contract for loitering missiles. But there are, different levels of quality within software and tech, and investors right now are sifting through the quality. I would say Palantir is high quality, and that's evidenced by its rule of 92. But we cover other high quality names. And if investors want names that are more defensive, we recently upgraded Booz Allen. We upgraded CACI International. Both are defense tech plays, software development, cybersecurity, artificial intelligence, data analytics. We also upgraded Viasat, which is launching a satellite called their Viasat 3 terabit satellite in the next 3 months. So there's a lot of interesting plays in the stock market amidst this sell-off.
Louie, appreciate your time and those picks. Thank you.
Awesome. Take care.